Alright, here we have our no reserve auction on our 90,000 mile 1990 Mercedes 420 SEL. Long wheelbase. You can see all the lights are working. They're really nice and clear. It's about 9 degrees right now, and so she's just coming up to temperature. A little cold weather condensation coming out, but when it warms up, that goes away. So you can see all the lights are really nice and clear. Everything's working good. Get the hood popped here. Oh, forgot to pop the hood. Let's see here. There we go. See, it's running really nice and smooth. The AC's been done by the previous owner. We did some of the basics like oil, stuff like that, air filter, all that stuff, but kind of go over that in some of the ad. But running really nice and smooth, no issues, no belt squeal. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit the road. You can see the e-brake lights on. Go ahead and go through some of this stuff, some of the switches.
Crystal clear.
I do not have the original stereo, but this one sounds nice, and you can get that stuff off eBay. A little light works in the ashtray. You can see I have the defroster on the rear, so hopefully you can see it light up. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's really tough to tell on that one. But cigarette lighter does work, and if you need to plug in your cell phone or something to it, I've done. But you can see it kind of light up like that a little bit. We'll go ahead and get the defrost going. On auto. Click it over to this. Heater works really nice. AC works nice. The lights work. Rear dome light. Got this one turned off, just so I don't kill the battery. But all that stuff works good. Get the sunroof here. Not the quickest, but that's as quick as they go. Goes all the way. See here. And got the headlights on. We'll do of course these go all the way down. Just don't want to drive you nuts. The door lock actuator works, where you lock the one door. You drill lock, but yeah, you lock the driver's door and all of them lock, along with the trunk. I know some of this stuff's probably tedious, but I want to show you all this stuff works. They of course go all the way down. We'll go ahead and shut her off, but see ya. We'll go ahead and got plenty of room, dude. Lock the driver's door. You can see that all of them are locked here. This one's locked. This one's locked. Trunk's locked. Antenna's down. If the stereo is not on when you turn the car on, the antenna will not go up, but it's got its manual mode too, so they all unlock. Oh, good to go. Oh, looks like my daughter was playing back here, left her bluey stuff. But so yeah, the kids play in these cars. They like the big cars because there's tons of room for them. They're little. They're only 4 and 7. So I think we're ready to crank here. See the wipers working perfect. Brand new wiper blades, so I don't want to roach them out. It's coming up to temperature, half tank. You can see as it's warming up, it's dissipating. And we'll probably pull over up here too. But the only thing that is not, the only correct on this thing is the temperature. It says 58 degrees. I don't know how that could be possible, but gotta turn the e-brake off so these cars drive amazing. I mean, you'll see the speedometer, odometer working. But these long wheelbase, you know, it's the beginning of the S class. Boy, I got to turn the heater off. Works really good. Brakes really nice, smooth. The rear brakes were just done. Front brakes looking good. There's a little pothole right here. This thing's got a ton of power. I mean, it's amazing. The Mercedes really, I come across, you know, whether I buy them or somebody's just driving them, or, you know, they're offered for sale and I check them out, but more Mercedes than any other make of older vehicles, like, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, that are just amazing. This one has a little bit of wear on the seats, but you'll find like a 300D, 240D from the 70s, and the interior is just mint. And the doors shut nice. I've never had an issue where someone needs to do a door hinge on something on a Mercedes. I mean, the fit and finish on them is just amazing. So hopefully you guys can see. Maybe turn the lights on so then we get a little bit more light on the gauges. That your tachometer works, you know, all the temp, economy gauge, pressure, oil pressure, fuel gauge. Traffic's getting a little heavy, but hopefully we can get out here and mix it up a little bit, get some highway speeds going. I mean, this is really, next to an old Cadillac, the best cruiser. I mean, they just own the road. You know, even on crappy roads, they really just handle nice. You can see the reflection of the paint in nice condition. Shifting through the gears. I mean, it's just got a great sound come from this motor. You can see it's just going really nice and smooth. You know, it's not shaking, it's not pulling to the left, it's not pulling to the right. Nice downshift, upshift. I mean, you take your hand off the wheel, it just goes perfectly straight. The road has a little bit of a twist here. We're gonna go ahead and take this one, just because this does have some potholes and some chunks on the road. That's always my test drive road, because it's got some really nice tight 90s that you can go a decent speed around. That'll let you know if you have any steering issues, brake issues. I mean, you get no brake noises, no front end noises. There's no rattling coming from underneath this car at all. So it just brakes really nice and smooth. And it's just super tight. I mean, you can see this 90 I'm going to take here. I mean, it's just good resistance all the way around. Come up. It's got some potholes right here in the middle. And it just soaks them up really nice. You'll get door panel, dash rattle, undercarriage rattle. Tires are nice and smooth. I think they're a few years old, which is nice on a car with low miles like this, because sometimes you'll have just the second set of tires on there. And that was another patch job. You'll see a line in the road up here, which is a patch. Temperature's coming up really nice. So something might be up with that. Not that I wasn't talking about the temperature gauge for the car, but the interior temperature gauge of the outside, because I mean, it just dropped 6 degrees, and now it says it's 52 over what it was saying 58 before, and it's definitely colder than that. So here's a 90, but that's not something I would ever really pay attention to or worry about. Nice tight 90. You can see it wants to rebound to 0 in the center, recenter itself, which is shows that it's got good steering components. There's no clunking. You know, you got wore out tie rods or steering box. I mean, it's gonna take a lot more turn than this. And then, you know, it wants to return itself. It's got good resistance, feels tight. Yeah, it's just a great car. Really nice and tight. The best thing about it's black. The worst thing about it's black. It's gonna show the chips and, you know, 30 years of it, any little scratches and stuff like that. They're kind of impossible to come by. here. And I'm gonna pull over up here just so you can see now that I put some miles on it. You know, only went about 3 miles, but you know, I had a half mile on the trip odometer from not even a half mile from the shop, so it was still warming up. Go and pull over here, hop on out, and you can see the exhaust is just burning nice and clean. If any of you guys are worried about that, but most of you guys, you know, you can see it's got the lights are on, so the light split lights are working. But super nice and clean, no steam coming out anymore, you know, cold weather condensation. But, yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, everything seems to really work on this car, everything I've been through. I love the gray and the black. It's just a killer combo.